Es ist brüllend heiß und wir sitzen hier im Schatten, das ist ganz schön. Den anderen geht's nicht so. Aber hier im EMP Fernsehgarten, wie wir es immer nennen, im EMP Backstage Club haben wir jetzt los von While She Sleeps, ladies and gentlemen.
What up?
Dude, first of all, this is kind of a historical date for you as a band. You might not know that.
No.
But I think almost on this day, 10 years ago, you attended a Flunkyball match on this very ground. You played Flunkyball against a bunch of fans and you failed miserably.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Do you remember that?
So, what is Flunkyball?
You don't remember?
I remember playing a game. Was it just over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember something like that where we played against fans and yeah. But I don't remember how to play that game or you know, what that entails.
I don't think you ever got it.
Just drinking, that was it.
That game is about drinking, so yeah.
There you go.
Actually, you can't lose it. So Sleep Society has been out for 2 years now, and I think it's fair to say that it's your most successful album so far. Am I right?
Yeah, I guess so. We produced it through a really tough time. I hate carrying on about COVID and restrictions because it seems to come up constantly now. But what a crazy time for everybody to go through, and especially a lot, you know, artists and bands, and well, everybody, but creatives especially. Like, weird to put out records and music in a time where you can't go out and tour it. Completely alien to everybody. But for us, it was kind of strange. Like, it felt like accidentally everything fell into place. So we had this plan to sort of make a glorified fan club and you know, put that out and sort of explain how streaming platforms and that aren't really sustaining bands anymore and everything that went with it. But as you know, as usual, our fan base just reacted and responded so well to it and listened to what we were saying. And so through that period, it gave us time to really have something to channel our energy into. And then literally, as the restrictions lifted, we sort of dropped the record and we were able to do sort of in-store signings and meet and greets. Not so much actual live shows, but we were able to meet the fans still and sign things and take photos and celebrate the release. So we were really lucky in that respect. I got a lot of friends in bands, Neck Deep being one of the main ones. They dropped a record in that time and just that was it. They just put it out and couldn't really tour it or anything like that. So yeah, we were very lucky. But the record did really well for us, and we're really proud of what it achieved.
Yeah, I hear that a lot from bands that they actually, during that period, they turned the restrictions and the whole, almost, I would say, depression into something good.
Yeah, I think, like I said, for us it gave us something really positive to work towards. You know, something to channel our energy into rather than just being like, oh no, what we're going to do here? Like, we've got time to kill. So yeah, crazy times, but yeah, the record was well received and we enjoyed the process, and yeah, shout out to anyone that went out and picked that up and supported it.
Now that you mentioned support, you're like in a constant dialogue with your fans. You're very close to your fans, and you're on Patrion. Yeah. So there's like 4 membership models.
Yeah.
And what's the biggest membership model? What do people get for their money?
We tried to give like each tier like a cool name that represented like sort of how almost like invested they are and how important they are to us. So it goes up in tiers like that. The top one being sort of Revolution membership, and they just get all sorts of stuff. Like, it's like every single day they've got something new come in, backstage videos and like insight to the band. And I think the main thing about it is like, for us, we don't really care what level you're at. You know, people obviously want to be involved as much as possible. So, and for us, it was just about, you know, however you can support our band, whether you're nothing to do with the Patreon, but you're just still out there buying records or even just coming to check us out live. It's all just as important. But yeah, like different tiers, different insights, more things going on in every single level, you know, and obviously with the highest tier being, you get everything.
Yeah.
We send you some blood. You can see what we had for dinner, you know.
I do remember at Mainstream you got like neon pink shorts. And now you have like very fancy shades. So are you a lot into fashion?
I love the fishnet, by the way.
Thank you very much. They make me feel really sexy. Mainstream was actually my downfall at that festival. that was the year that I was hitting drink and drugs the hardest I ever had. And those pink shorts bring back nightmares for me. I got kicked out of my band. I got sent home for a few months. And I just needed to reevaluate what the fuck I was doing and where I was going, you know? I was using drugs and alcohol far too much and using it to mask a load of crap that was going on internally. And since then, I've taken a big break from it and got some clarity. And so, yeah, those pink shorts, they're a fucking nightmare.
Still got the picture.
Still got the memories, yeah. Fuck that.
But are you into fashion? I mean, those shades are very special.
I mean, ever since being a young kid, you know, as soon as I heard new metal or emo or whatever you want to call it, it went hand in hand for me. Like punk rock, skateboarding, and like just that whole scene. It spoke to me. It was about sort of how I was dressing and stuff like that. And it just, the reason I got into this style of music and wanted to be involved in what I'm into today is because I was always attracted to the community that it brought with it. You know, like back in the day, if you saw someone with a Slipknot hoodie on the back of the school bus, you were just like, yeah, bro, you know what's up. So like, that always felt really inclusive to me, and that's, I think, going back to the Sleep Society, that's kind of that feeling that I get from that. It's like a community of people that love our band as much as we do, and it feels really positive and really special. So yeah, that whole thing goes together, like just from being a kid and wearing like black nails and eyeliner and all that shit, my hair being this fucking big, and that whole sort of post-punk emo phase. But yeah, I just like having fun and trying to express myself not only on the stage or with music, but like day to day too.
You just mentioned that you almost got like you got sent home. So I mean, you guys are friends, obviously. But what is it like on tour? Do you ever get on each other's nerves? Because you can't escape the band, right?
Yeah, they get on my nerves so much, man. And I'm sure I get on theirs, But like a lot of bands that you come across, they might have been in bands before, and then they've formed a secondary band, and they've brought in people that can, do the job really well. But the difference is with our band, and there's probably a load more out there, but we've all been friends since we were very, very young. The three of our guys were at the second year of school together, and they were playing in punk bands when they were literally 10 years old. So we've been on a long journey, and I think that in a lot of respects, like when bands have this roller coaster journey, like sometimes it can break a band. We've purposefully not let it break, like fuck us over. We've talked through it and we've worked through it as a unit and almost like a family, and like it's made us stronger in the end, just like a relationship with your partner or something. You have ups and downs, but like you don't just go, oh fuck it, I'm not interested. You stay true to it and you try and work through things, and that's what we've done. And I think, like I said, we're stronger now than we ever have been. So credit to those guys for letting me off the hook a little bit and letting me get back into it. But I think it was wise, just to have some time away from the band and reevaluate and just take a bit of time out. And the thing with that is that it gave a lot of people that I know that I've been around for a lot of years, it gave them all chance to tell me about myself, which is really, really hard to swallow, Like a lot of people being like, you've actually been bad on drink for since you were 18. It doesn't really agree with you, But yeah, you turn it into a positive, You get back on the horse, you keep riding, and we're strong now and we're good, and we got, I don't know how much I'm supposed to say, but we've got a new record on the way.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, we got some of the biggest shows that we've ever played as a band, which it's mind blowing to me because the young 14-year-old boy would just probably have a nosebleed and just pass out if you told us we're playing some of these venues. Cologne Palladium being one of them, and Alexandra Palace in London. So they're big shows for us, and I'm very, very grateful that people enjoy listening to me shout my head off, because I don't know why they enjoy it, but they do. And yeah, I'm really grateful for the journey and everything and grateful for the lads as well. Yeah, it's a good time.
That is awesome. That was a lot of information.
Sorry.
Well, no, I'm grateful for that. Yeah, let's talk about the new album. What can people expect?
Oof. Well, While She Sleeps has always been a band that has purposefully not tried to rewrite the same record twice. I mean, for a lot of people, that's great, you know? Like, you find your sound, you own it, and that's how you sound from then on out. For us, we've written records that are more like metalcore. We've written records that are more like a bit more anarchy punk rock. This one's very, very interesting. I think it brings in a bit of a UK Britpop element into it to a degree. There's a lot of Prodigy-esque sounds going in, like raging synths and stuff. I think it comes from... I wrote a lyric that was... I guess by now you're sick of hearing about how the world is coming crashing down around you. And we've done that for a lot of years, you know, our view on the world and like how we're feeling and like we want to tell you about it. And with this one, you know, everyone's been through a shit few years with the lockdown and stuff. And I think with this record for us, we just wanted to have the most fun we've had with it. You know, take a little bit of that seriousness away and just be like, this is a bit of a record to have a sing along and a party to. There's a lot of like, almost like breakbeat stuff in there and like, you know, like sort of a, not necessarily hip-hop, but you know, that sort of drumming style and stuff, but like mixed in with like the metal riffs and stuff. So it's interesting. I think it's going to turn some heads for sure. And yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
When's it going to come out?
Don't know.
You don't know?
We're going to have a new single out pretty soon.
Cool. Do you work while you're touring? Do you work on material on tour? Or do you just...
The guys in my band never fucking stop working.
Yeah.
They're working now. You know, I kind of have to take myself away from it a little bit and be like, you guys can just chat in circles for however long, because every member of our band has got ideas and they all want to chip in, they all want the best for it. So I think sometimes it takes someone to take a step back a little bit and let that happen. Obviously, I love getting involved, but it's hard for me to stay constantly on it. But the guys have really taught me like what a hard work ethic is. Like they have a very sort of DIY punk attitude to what they do. We're self-managed now. We don't have a label as such. We use distribution for the record, but you know, that's it. Self-managed. We worked with Sony Records for a lot of years, and it was dog shit. So we're just like, fuck this. You know, we went out on our own kind of thing, and that seems to be working for us. But obviously, it brings a very tough work schedule and a lot to be done. So
it works out well. I mean, do you see yourself as like a role model for younger bands, because they actually you constantly like stepping away from the music business?
I mean, you know, management and labels and all that is amazing. Like a lot of these people doing what they do are, you know, they're professionals for a reason. They know what they're doing, and it's not for me to sit here and say it's shit, you know? I think for us personally, though, our relationship with that, you know, we were going through 10 other people to release a single, and then someone would just drop it with no notice at like 2 a.m. And we're just like, we've just put a lot of work into that, and now the rollout of the newest thing we've done is kind of messed up. So for us, it was like, let's just take back the whole control of it, you know? Like we are capable of doing it, so let's do it ourselves. And I think there's been a few people that have taken our model a little bit and put out a Patreon platform and started doing more themselves, you know. And you know, I wouldn't say I see us as a role model, but I think, you know, we do have good ideas, and I think it could work for a lot of bands.
Cool. So I'm very much looking forward to the new album. And
Thank you so much.
Very much looking forward to seeing you live at, what is it, 20 to 6, right? On the main stage.
Don't know.
17:40 Uhr, bitte reinziehen. While She Sleeps auf der Mainstage, meine Damen und Herren. Applaus!
I hope everyone has a wicked time this whole weekend. The weather's beautiful, this festival's amazing. Cheers.